A Swayamvara was a kind of contest held by kings in the olden days, inviting young men, usually of royal birth, to come and compete for the hand of the princess for whom the event was held. This time, Yashodhada's father announced that the young man who could lift and string the gigantic bow he kept in his palace would be allowed to marry the princess. It was not an easy task and could be undertaken only by a person who had the right training, strength, and capacity to concentrate. Several young men came and failed the test and went away dejected. Siddhartha, who was also participated in the competition, won without the slightest effort and brought the beautiful and sweet-natured Yashodhara, his bride, to his home at Kapilavastu, much to the joy of his father, the king, and to the jubilation of the subjects. The young prince's wedding were celebrated with great fanfare. He was 19 years of age then. There was unending rejoicing and merrymaking in the kingdoms of the bride and the groom, and lavish presents were distributed to every family in the villages. The people wished their prince and blessed the newlyweds with long life and happiness. Siddhartha and Yashodhara were very devoted to each other and never behaved in any way that could hurt each other at any time. So considerate were they towards each other. They spent their time in music and dance in each of the 3 palaces built by the king for each season of the year. The king tried to do everything in his power to keep Prince Siddhartha's mind immersed in worldly life and pleasures, so that the young prince had no opportunity to dwell on thoughts that made him sad and withdrawn. Despite this, the prince was gradually becoming indifferent to all the wealth and pleasure before him. His thoughts kept going back to the suffering he had seen, and his mind was all the time restless to know the true meaning of life. Siddhartha wondered whether he would give up his life of comfort and go in search of the truth, but it was a hard decision to make. What would become of his dear wife Yashodhara? She was going to present him with a child to know. Would it be easy to discard all these relationships and enter the forest to take up a hermit's life? Very shortly, the beautiful princess Yashodhara gave birth to a baby boy, and the whole kingdom burst with joy again. King Shuddhodhana could never have asked for more. The child was a picture of perfection, fair, sharp-featured, and good-looking. Prince Siddhartha found himself overcome with great happiness whenever he saw the baby. The child was named Rahula. One day, while the infant was sleeping peacefully in the mother's arms, Siddhartha fondly promised his wife that he would always ensure that both of them would never lack anything in their lives and no harm would ever befall them. No sooner were these words out of the mouth of the prince than he knew it was just a lip service and he did not mean it. How could he be sure that no misfortune could befall his beloved son or wife without any warning? When he did not control his own destiny, then how could he make such grand promises to his dear ones?